I can recall in high school, college, there was this term that everyone used to say, nice guys finish last. And for a long time, I kind of believed that. But, uh, I think as you get older, you begin to recognize that, no, actually, nice guys probably finish first. Nice guys are the ones who find other nice people to partner with. They find other relationships that are also kind. And at the same time, I also learned that there's a shadow side to the nice guy. And I want to talk about that in this video. But if something that you hear sounds interesting, please make a comment below and we can talk about it. And if something was said that you think could be empowering for someone else, please feel free to share. Um, but let me just dive in. Many times the proverbial nice guy comes with a lot of desirable characteristics. It really does. Uh, and I think many times we see these individuals as deeply caring and nurturing. And I think that these are all attributes and characteristics that we should all aspire to have ourselves, especially as we mature and grow, and get older. Um, but as much as this can be a strength, it can also be a space of our greatest weakness. Many times it's our strengths that in fact create some of our greatest weaknesses. And when I say weaknesses, it's generally an area of growth, not necessarily a deficit. The shadow side of a nice guy, many times, can be rooted in a deep sense of insecurity, a deep sense of insecurity, where it can be easy to conflate our genuine care for others as a means to find the control that allows us to meet the needs of our own insecurities. I'll say that again. Many times our genuine care can be the same source in which we try to find a sense of control that allows us to meet the needs of our own deep insecurities. Many times being thoughtful, being kind is also how we ensure that we find value for ourselves in the relationship. Because as I'm kind and earning this value, it makes me feel like I have assured that this person won't leave me, that this person won't reject me, that this person won't abandon me. At the same time, being kind also makes us feel like we are wanted. There's a place for us. It makes us feel like we can assure that we can potentially receive the very love that we believe that we are desiring in our own lives. And this is where many times people care for others or they show love to others almost in the exact same way that they're hoping to receive it. So this shadow side, this area of greater awareness is really about getting in touch with ourselves. It's not to say don't be the nice guy, but it's to say understand how you exhibit your kindness. So I've come away with 3 kind of basic steps that you can take to kind of self-evaluate how you're showing up in relationships, whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or with family, even as a parent. How are you balancing out your genuine care and thoughtfulness towards those that you care about in a way that maybe operates in your best self instead of those fears and anxieties? The first thing is to ask yourself, what is the energy that you are doing this act of kindness in? What are the emotions and the feelings that you have under the surface? This is really important because sometimes we don't recognize what's taking place inside is being projected on our relationship, on the world around us. And so we find ourselves doing and doing and doing and performing and showing up. But it has far more to do with what I'm feeling inside than it does necessarily with what this person is saying that they need. And that leads me to the second one. Ask yourself, have I asked to do what I believe will be helpful? Have I asked? Asking someone what they need before attempting to meet it ensures that our efforts are actually answering the need. I say many times in relationships, they don't struggle because of a lack of effort or a lack of love. Many times they actually struggle because their efforts aren't actually connecting. It's not actually coming together with what the person's need is. And so there's a need to ensure that what I am thinking to do is actually what's wanted. The next part of it is asking also empowers the other person. It reinforces that they have agency within themselves, that they have a voice, that they have autonomy, that they have the ability to shape their relationship, this relationship with you, to be one that is helpful and fruitful for them. When we negate that and we stop asking, we stop giving them an opportunity to communicate, what we're actually doing to a degree is enabling them. We are actually creating a relational dynamic that says, not only am I supposed to guess what you need, not only am I responsible to read into the situation and perceive the need before you say anything, but I'm also supposed to guess correctly. And many times what this leaves is the opportunity for misunderstanding and misexpectation. And many times a lack of valuing of what's actually being done. Once again, many relationships do not struggle because of a lack of love and effort. They struggle for a lack of being able to connect that loving effort to meet the actual need. And that starts with communication and asking. And at the same time, there is also this aspect, and it kind of leads into the third one. So I might as well just jump into the third one. Giving should be done from the stance of belief in the other person, not in our fear or worry. I'm going to say that again. Giving should be done in the stance of a belief in the other person. That we believe that they can figure it out. We believe that they understand what they need. We believe that they are able to orchestrate their own destiny, their own lives, not in our fear and worry. Now, this is extremely important because everyone has their own journey. And many times within our journeys, that is where our growth takes place. Through the ebbs and flows, the ups and the downs. We learn in, psychology that the brain picks up and learns far more in failure than it does through success. The brain learns far more through failure than it does success. And many times, the road to success is wrought with a lot of failure, disappointment, frustration. That's actually what initiates our minds, our spirit, our heart, our intuition to look for solutions. And when we find them over time, that becomes our fortitude to believe in ourselves, to know that we can accomplish and achieve. But if we try to step in for someone and take that away by assuming their need, stepping in before they can meet it, trying to ensure that they don't go through any hardship, that they don't have to experience disappointment, that they don't have to feel sad or down or bad or frustrated or disappointed, we can actually be undermining the very lessons that are necessary for them to find success in their lives. I'll leave it at this. Relationships that are enabling can be incredibly destructive. Incredibly destructive. They can undermine an individual's self-belief. It can also breed resentment within the relationship. Because once again, going back to the second point, if you're expected to always guess and guess correctly, which is an impossibility, when you don't guess correctly, one, it creates disappointment, a feeling of a void or lack from within the relationship that was really supposed to take place within that person. And many times, you begin to breed resentment for your actions not being seen as valuable. But as always, I definitely want to chop it up with you guys in the comments section. Let me know what you think of this topic, the shadow side of the nice guy. Let me know your own personal experiences. We can definitely talk about it. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button for me, hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. And definitely share the video if you think it might help someone. Until next time, I'm holla at you. Peace.